Birmingham, please standing.
I'm always standing.
As much noise as you can, please, ladies and gentlemen, raise the roof. Mr. and Mrs. Perkins!
Welcoming you all to the marriage of Lucy and Phil. I know many of you have had long and difficult journeys, and I appreciate the effort you've made. We should remember absent friends who didn't make it, that you want to be here. As you probably know, Phil's mother is French. And we have the pleasure of welcoming relatives from France here today. Our speech will therefore be in English with parts of it in French, and I will try to make as we go along. So, good evening and welcome. Bienvenue. In our earliest Christmas presents, we walked through a cash register. Our biggest ambition was to be a supermarket cashier. Why this was appealing to a 3-year-old little girl. But she did move on after that. Lucy was always a studious child, although her brothers and sisters stopped her turning into a nerd. But not all of that. She took her studies seriously and excelled at whatever she did, with academic or music. Obviously, I bet she doesn't even know where her violin is now. She probably hasn't seen it for 10 years. We sold it. When Lucy left school, she went to Nottingham University and studied Spanish and communications, including spending a year living in Spain. Lucy embraced the culture, language and Spanish cuisine so much that now whenever she goes into a restaurant, she can say, "Margarita pizza, por favor." And she can even cook a pizza straight from the freezer. Lucy had an attitude of compassion to those around her throughout her school years, except you, and always looked for the best in others and helped them to feel valued. It was a great surprise when you chose teaching. Well, you should cry about this point. I have fallen. I must confess I was a little concerned when she told us about her new boyfriend, Phil. He seemed like a nice boy, but he was apparently heavily into camp. Now, whether that was camping or being camped, apparently it was campanology. He's been pulling Lucy's strings ever since. Fatherly words of advice to you both. Love constantly, accuse slowly. Here we go. Forgive quickly and share everything. Be each other's best friends. Open hearts to each other. Phil, for you. When Lucy says, "Correct me if I'm wrong," and when you're right, Phil, you make the perfect addition to our family. I'm very happy to have you join us. I would therefore ask you to join me all in the toast to the happy couple. The upstanding bride and groom.
No, I'm the performer because I know how to correct.
Good evening. Hello, everyone. I'm surrounded by kids. I feel like a Pied Piper. Okay, gonna crack on. Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My wife and I would like to welcome you to our special day. Thank you all for making the effort to come here, including some people who have travelled long distances, as Phil said. I know we have some people here today who have travelled as far away as Stoke. It's a long journey. No, seriously, we really are thrilled and honoured to see so many of our friends and family here today, especially after the world events of the last 2 years. It really is touching to see so many people here. Isabel's trying to join in. Yeah. As you'll all know, we had to postpone our wedding today from last year. But we're finally here and we're delighted to have tied the knot, finally. But spare a thought for me, because I had to go through an extra whole year of talking about colour themes, all that crap. Moving on. First and foremost, I'd like to thank my father-in-law Phil, not only for his kind words, but also for raising a beautiful, caring and intelligent daughter. And for giving her away willingly. Maybe a bit too willingly. I've never seen somebody come down the aisle so quickly. Like Usain Bolt.
Never seen you move so fast.
No, Lucy really is a credit to you, and of course you, Jill. You should both be really proud. Do you want to say hello?
I like pizza.
Right, I've just been upstaged by a 6-year-old. 7, sorry. That doesn't make it any better. Okay. Today is the result of the day I got down on one knee and then the other, and then I said, Jill, will you pay for this wedding? No, we really wouldn't have been able to put on such an amazing day without your support, Jill. Thank you for everything you've done. Together with Lucy's military-style planning and organisation, this wedding appears to have just organised itself. It genuinely has, at least from my perspective. I just turned up, and even then, Lucy will tell you I nearly got the wrong day. Until about a week ago, I thought it was tomorrow. Jill and Phil, you've raised an amazing daughter, who I am now proud to call my wife. You can trust me when I say that I've always lived and protect her. And thank you for welcoming me to the family. You want to say something? Say hello.
I love pizza.
This isn't an act. Genuinely. And have guided me in the right direction with love and support. So, Mum and Dad, I want to thank you for producing such an incredible son. You've done really well. Impressive. Thank you for welcoming Lucy into the family. I'm sure you're as proud of her as I am. And thank you for helping make today happen. On behalf of Lucy and I, we would like to offer you these small tokens of appreciation.
goldfish.
There's 3 others. Anyway, what can I say about Lucy?
Don't pause too long.
First things first, she keeps going around introducing me as her first husband. I'm a bit worried about that.
I'm not second now.
No, I've known Lucy for about 5.5, 6 years, and the time has really flown by. It feels like just yesterday we were spending our first date romantically talking to the Apple Store staff about the cost options about repairing your phone. That's a great first date. Yeah, super. And then it just feels like yesterday that having arrived at a Greek hotel in the early hours of the morning, I spent the next 3 hours going through every single possible combination on the padlock of your suitcase because you'd forgotten the code. And all she needed was the eye mask. Genuine, that really happened. Yeah, we got there in the end. It was like the last combination possible.
It would always be the last.
It would always be the last one. Yes. We started on 500 and we went all the way around and it was 499. Genuinely, that's absolutely true, isn't it? I spent all night doing that. Anyway, despite these stories of clumsiness and ditziness, Lucy is surprisingly one of the most organised people you could meet. You've done an absolutely amazing job organising all of this, Lucy. Everything from the decorations. Lucy was here at 8 AM this morning, ladies and gentlemen. And if you know Lucy, getting Lucy anywhere at 8 AM in the morning, that is one hell of a challenge. Genuinely. So what does she say for work? Yeah, the decorations, the sweet jars, the activity boxes for kids, you've made it absolutely amazing, and it's all down to you. I take no credit whatsoever. Like I said, I just turned up. I can't thank you enough. I knew from very on in our relationship that Lucy was the one for me. She's a caring, family-oriented person with a great sense of humour. She even laughs at my jokes sometimes. We've come a long way together in challenging times, and here we are today. We've already made a lot of memories. I can't wait to make loads more with you. I feel so lucky to have met you, and I'm proud to be stood here today as your husband. I'm sure everybody will agree. She's looking absolutely stunning today. I've never heard so many comments about somebody looking so beautiful. I'm a little bit worried about everybody. But on that note, I would like to raise a toast to the beautiful bride. To Lucy. Yeah. I've just realised that one of my pieces of paper has gone missing. Is that you, Ava Rose? You managed to get her here to the church on time. We all know Lucy's terrible with directions, so if she was on her own, she wouldn't have got here. That's for sure. So, all that's left for me to do is to name check a few people and to thank them for their help today and in the weeks leading up to this wedding. So, I'd like to say thank you to groomsmen Ryan, Mun, and Alex, and not least Peter and Bert. Thank you very much for your help today at the church. Yeah, take it down. And I think Max has got something else to say about pizza.
Lucy made me want to be a ninja.
Lucy made Max want to be a ninja. There you go. Turn it here first. So in a moment, I'm going to hand over to my best man, Ryan. I chose Ryan to be my best man for 2 reasons. Firstly, I've known him since school. It's a long time for those who know how old I am. And secondly, because he's the only one of my friends who I trust to do the right speech that doesn't completely destroy me. Although I'm a little bit worried because he's a bit of a dark horse, Ryan. So be careful. Thanks, Ryan, for organising a great stag do. It's safe to say everybody had a great time.
Woo! I love Liverpool!
Yeah, get naked. And thanks to Chad. Say hello, Chad. There's now even a bar in Liverpool that has a pool table, but no balls. Genuinely. And that's about it from me. I've gone on for long enough. Thank you all for coming. I hope you've had a great day. There's some money behind the bar for everybody to enjoy. I recommend getting in the queue ahead of the bridesmaids because there won't be much left. Right. Thank you very much, everybody. That's about as coherent as what Ryan's about to say.
Shout out to the bridesmaids, amazing. Phil, you guys chose such an amazing venue for the wedding. The church was absolutely spectacular. The service was incredible. I think I speak for everyone when I say it was worth all of that Bible reading you had to do. Phil and I went to the same secondary school as he mentioned. Well, school. It was secondary school. But our paths never particularly crossed. We really struck up our friendship and relationship of sorts. After both graduating from university and moving back to glamorous Warsaw. We shook ourselves out of our student clothes and discovered the idea of getting dressed up for a night out. As 2 single men, the bars of Birmingham were our hunting ground. These nights followed a certain pattern. Train over to Birmingham, mailbox bars for drinks, then over to Summer Row. As I was often running a few minutes late, Phil would usually go to casino to get into character as James Bond for the night. Phil developed a complex reverse psychology chatting up technique, far beyond anything contemplated by Love Island. This would involve him attempting not to show any interest in the girls that he was interested in, but invariably would end with him insulting somebody's style of dress, shoes, dress, insert in square brackets. I think it's fair to say that subtlety is not Phil's forte. Smooth operator. We decided that Birmingham wasn't quite ready for these advanced level skills, so we decided to take them to Paris instead. We took the ferry across to Calais with the idea of having 4 straight nights out in Paris, meeting the ladies of France, and enjoying ourselves. So when we arrived in France, the whole of the country was on strike. Common occurrence, apparently. By the time we made our way across France, stopping by to meet Phil's lovely aunt and family, and then on to Paris, we got several incorrect directions from locals who saw the 2 Brits who had arrived for a night out and decided it was going to be quite funny to send us in a completely wrong direction. We finally got to the hotel, got changed, went straight out, and had to walk for 2 miles to the first bar because the taxi drivers were also on strike. We arrived at the first bar, which was heavily researched, Barrio Latino. If you remember that film? Yeah. So we got to Barrio Latino, paid the entry fee, got 1 round of drinks, and we'd actually burnt through the budget for the night. While we were nursing our drinks at the side of the bar, Phil looked up and noticed that his carefully curated outfit was identical to the waiter and staff involved. a waistcoat and him being asked for directions to the toilet. Despite our efforts, hang on a second, I missed something crucial. There were highlights to the Paris trip as well, and this is something that I can't miss out, despite my best efforts to. You'll remember, although the nights out have continued, we seem to spend them these days having lively political debate, talking about sport. Phil's cherished Walsall FC, our careers and what married life is like. Welcome to the Married Club, Phil. The thing that hasn't changed is the fact that Phil is such a brilliant, supportive and loyal friend. He's been there for me through breakups, makeups and everything in between. He was so supportive when I lost my dad, and that really meant a lot of the time and still does to this day. Phil is a top-notch guy, and I know he'll make a great husband. I've never seen him so happy and contented, and he really deserves to have met someone like Lucy. So finally, can I ask you to once again raise your glasses, this time to Lucy and Phil. Lucy and Phil.
Photographer, are we ready? Okay, we're going to do a countdown from 5. Here we go. 5, 4,
3, 2, 1.
Cut that cake. Wow, first time. One for Sardar. Give a round of applause. Okay, do not go anywhere. We're going to go straight into the first dance. Everyone gather around the outside of the dance floor, please. A nice square or circle, whatever you choose. Okay. Make your way to the dance floor area. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, may I welcome to the dance floor for the very first dance, Mr. and Mrs. Burton!
Just too good to be true.